what's real. You got a question, man?
Yeah, I do.
My name's John.
John Isaiah. Nice
Isaiah, I like that. That's a nice Bible name.
Yeah. Absolutely. Old Testament. As
Yeah.
Old Testament as it gets.
Yeah.
So what exactly are your beliefs? Like, what branch of Christianity do you kind of fall under?
Not really a branch. If you want to put a label on it, you could say I'm evangelical.
Okay.
You know, or maybe even tighter branch. I'm a Reformed Baptist.
A Reformed Baptist. Okay.
Yeah. Have you ever heard of that before? So like people like Charles Spurgeon, George Whitefield, even Martin Luther, going back that far, the Reformation. So Calvin. You can say I'm a Calvinist if you want to use a label. I'm not a follower of Calvin, but I subscribe to his theology, that God is sovereign in all his work that he does, but he uses us for his good pleasure. In other words, I've had people come out here and say, oh, you're not going to save anybody. You go, you're right, I'm not. And I do a terrible job if I try. Because I could try and drag people into heaven kicking and screaming, but that'd be all, it'd be just a little bit of a try. It wouldn't be effective. So I can't save anybody. So I rely on the sovereignty of God to save people, right? But do you have any kind of a Christian background?
Somewhat. I guess you could say that. I'm not super Christian myself. I was just more so curious what your beliefs were.
Yeah. What do you think of the sign?
Oh, it's interesting. Personally, I don't know if I agree with everything on there. But I mean,
do you think some of those sins are okay?
Well, I'm not. I mean, everything's okay in moderation, and if Jesus died on the cross for our sins, I guess it was kind of expected that we would sin in place of his death.
No, and it talks about that in Romans 13. Have you read the book of Romans?
Long time ago. It's
Yeah.
Since I picked up a Bible.
Yeah. No, Romans 5. Excuse me. I'm sure I had to back up a little bit, but it talks about that very thing. It says, if you're saved by grace, we're headed to heaven by the grace of God. Shall we sin that grace may abound? In other words, shall we do wrong things that God will forgive us more? And he said, by no means, absolutely not. And some people actually believe that now I've been saved, I'm a Christian, now I can sin all I wanted. And in a sense that's true, because God, if you're truly saved, God changes your water. In other words, it's like, I could go over and steal something on that table, but it would be like eating a bucket of Wrigley fishing worms. I could try. I don't think I could. I'd be it'd be that repulsive to me. And that's when God changes our heart. He makes sin like that. So in a sense, we're, like our little stadium over there. I'm a slave to Christ, so I'm in that stadium, and I have freedom inside that stadium. And I could go outside of that stadium, like I was using this analogy a couple weeks ago, but I could go out of that stadium. But when I open that door, there's going to be blackberry bushes, and I've got bare feet, and that's sin out there. And I could go out there and go step foot in, but when I stay there very long, I go, oh, that's terrible. Oh, I get my foot to be bleeding. I go, ow, that stings. I'm so sorry I stepped out of there. The analogy or the comparison would be, I'm so sorry I've sinned against you, Father, by whatever I was mad at that person or whatever it would be. And something like that would probably seem kind of petty to the average person when a Christian says they've sinned. I'm like, really? You got angry at a guy that cut you off in traffic? And, yeah, I felt really bad about it. I prayed and asked God for forgiveness. You're like, what? Yeah, I'd have pulled over and punched him or whatever, because they don't have that perspective. But so do you have an idea of where you're going to go when you die?
Hopefully heaven, that'd be the goal.
Yeah. Would you say you're good enough to go to heaven? I guess that would be the other.
Well, I think the belief in Christ is what's good enough to get you to heaven. The true belief in Christ and that He's your Savior would be what's good enough to get you into heaven. And living life as Christ-like as you can.
Do you think you've done that? Like, are you keeping the 10 Commandments, would you say?
No, absolutely not.
So you've lied?
All the time.
Yeah, and you've stolen?
Oh, maybe not that one, no.
A few?
I'd like to... No.
Never in your whole life?
Once on accident. I went back and paid for it.
Okay.
So I wouldn't even consider it stealing.
Okay, you get on that. Have you ever used God's name in vain?
Can I steal him from you, please?
Well, okay, it's up to you. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it's up to you.
I know we've been here for a while, so we're probably going to get going. But I appreciate
absolutely.
it.
You too, John.
Isaiah? Yeah.
along
Thanks for
with the
coming
Old
and talking.
Testament.
Yeah, I wish I could have talk more. But anyway,
Yeah,
have
you
a
guys-
great day.
Yeah, absolutely. I see you sometimes. You're a more familiar face.
I've been here a lot.
Yeah.
Never talk to you though. Maybe another day.
Ready to cruise?
Anytime you want.